is Bellicor ASMR. Bellicor ASMR. Happy spooky month. I have to give my earrings the moment in the sun that they deserve. The little knives. I work at a high school sometimes, so I don't know if these are appropriate to wear there, but I love Halloween, so this is going to be a Halloween themed Tingle Fest, hopefully. I have a different mic. Hopefully the audio is good or better. You've also probably noticed I changed my hair. Really quick story about that. My mom took me to a really fancy salon in LA, like bungalows. There's like these giant, nice bungalows, and we got lost. We didn't know where reception was. It has these beautiful fountains, and my appointment was at 11, and we were there until I think about 3:45 or 4, and my mom just got a haircut, and she doesn't get her hair dyed because she's a natural redhead. I know, she's lucky. So she doesn't get it dyed. She just gets it cut. So she was done in like an hour, and they had to fix, like, I was blonde from here because I had my hair dyed like really bright red, and it wasn't good dye, and it had washed out. So it was just like my bleached hair. So they had to fix my color, and then they had to recolor it for me, the color that I actually wanted. And anyway, so I was there for a really long time, and I mean, they're super nice. It's luxurious. I give you a robe, and there's courtyards and water, and like everyone's great. And we go to check out and pay, and the receptionist is like, that's $725. I was like, $725 for two people to get their hair done. And I'm like, my mom's well off, you know, she has a great job. She doesn't have any kids. Everyone's flown the coop, you know, we're all adults now. But I'm a baby, like, college professor. I just graduated. I'm at the lowest rung on the step ladder. I'm like, holy crap. And so I'm like, okay, don't do anything with your face. Otherwise, they're going to know you're poor. They're going to know you're poor. And so I was like, just trying to be like resting bitch face like I normally do. And so my mom paid it. And then that was before the tip. My mom tipped like $200 too. And anyway, so that was a whole ordeal. And I can say that I have done that now. I've been to a luxury salon. Do I feel the need to do it again? Not so much. Not so much, unless I am in a higher income bracket, and then maybe. But that was a lot, and I was there for so long, and I hadn't eaten, and I was so hangry, and my mom had to go get me a banana because I was like, I'm gonna murder someone. I thought this was gonna take 2 hours. So anyway, hopefully you like the new darker look. It like feels like fall to me. It's very witchy. That's kind of my vibe. I love like gothic type things. So as you can tell with all my earrings. Okay, so sorry for that kind of lengthy intro. I just wanted to share that with you. And also, I got to see Hamilton live at the Pantages, I think that's how you pronounce it, theater in LA. So that was pretty cool because I've been watching that on repeat on Disney Plus for a while. Okay, so without further ado, let us get into some Halloween things that I have. So starting with, I got at Target. I know, I'm a Target hoe. I got these cute little rubber duckies. If you have a Jeep, please tell me what the deal is with these ducks, because I don't know. So he's a little bat. So you can appreciate him. Focus. Okay, that was a bit. so you have fewer teeth when you are young. And this is the mandible, and this is called the ramus. The part that like extends upward is called the ramus. It's basically just like the body. And then where it inserts into the skull is called the mandibular fossa. And the part that does that is the mandibular condyle. This front part is really flat. It doesn't really insert into a joint, so that is called the cornoid process. There is a mandibular symphysis, a suture, down here. That is where both halves of your jaw fuse together as you age. So that is the mandible. And you can also have mental foramina down here, little holes that your nerves and your veins run through. And the fancy name for tooth sockets is alveoli is the plural, alveolus is the singular. And these are where your orbits, that's where your eyes go. The bones on the very tippy top of your nose are called the nasals. And then if you go, sorry, it's glare there. If you go to the side right here by your tear ducts, those are called the lacrimal bones. If you're familiar with the verb like lacrimate, it relates to like crying or creating tears out of your tear duct, so it's very aptly named. This is your frontal, where your forehead is. Then you have, so frontal right here, sorry, it's hard to do looking at the camera, and then you're gonna have the parietals are on the sides of your head. In the very back, we have the occipital bone. This is the temporal. Right here is the squamous suture. This is the lambdoidal suture. You also have a suture on the very top of your head that divides your body into left and right halves. That is the sagittal suture. You also have a suture that, it's not on here, I don't think, but the sagittal suture runs this way. Or sorry, the coronal suture divides you into front and back halves. The sagittal suture divides you into left and right halves. What else can I tell you? Within this nose, there are inferior nasal concha, so like little swirly bones that are part of your nose, very delicate. We normally don't find those in archaeological contexts. This is the zygomatic bone right here. You have a mastoid process, which is normally located like back here, right behind your ear. You can feel it. It's like a really round lump. That's called your mastoid process. That tends to be larger in males and smaller in females. At the very back of your head, you'll feel like, sometimes you'll feel a bump, depending on who you are. My husband's is very pronounced. Males tend to have a more pronounced bump on the back of their head. That's called the external occipital protuberance. External occipital protuberance. I mean, you have a bunch of processes in here. This isn't a great anatomical model, but hopefully I have lulled you to sleep with the terminology of the skull. I think that would work on me. One time I discovered an ASMR video where someone was teaching ASL, and for some reason, like when someone's actively teaching me something in like a very calm way, it really relaxes me. So if that's you and you want to learn more about bones, let me know. So when you're little, you have a suture that comes like right here across your forehead, like up and down, vertical on your forehead, and that's called the metopic suture. And adults don't tend to have that anymore because it's fused and it's kind of been obliterated. You don't see it. If it does continue to stay around during adulthood, that's called like a non-metric variant. It just means that we can kind of track, I was going to say trace, but then I was going to say track, so track like ancestry through looking at variants like that tend to be passed down genetically. So you can kind of figure out which groups are more related to others by looking at features that we know are genetically linked and tend to be inherited. So there's a few on the skull, like for example, right above your orbits, you could have a notch, or you could have a foramen as a hole. So up here, you can have either a notch in the bone or a hole, and that tends to be like inherited. So a lot of different things we can look at. But I talked about that longer than I intended to, I'm sorry. Moving on to my little gnome that I got from Aldi. Isn't he so cute? Look at his little legs. His little legs. He is heavy. He is thick in the booty, so he can sit on a shelf like a so. So I think right now we have him in my office, but he has been on the mantle. But good sound. Not named him. So if you have any suggestions, let me know, and we shall name him in your honor. My best friend got me this because she knows I love Day of the Dead stuff. So. He is a Palm Pal. Let's see. His name is Santiago. Santiago Sugar Skull. Santiago keeps the energy alive, and he is number 1-240 holiday, in case you absolutely need to know. And apparently you can collect them all, and you can see which ones you have. And it says it is eco-friendly. The tag was printed on recycled paper. Now, I'm not clear if that means just this brown tag, or if it refers to these two, hopefully those two. It's actually really, really soft. Okay, say bye to Santiago. I can't really wave his arm at you. Bye. I also have this. Okay, yes, it's a vase, but it has a handle. And it is a skull with some flowers on the top. I feel like so you can appreciate it. Okay, I'm gonna try not to be too loud. this guy. My plague doctor. I think you've seen him before. Okay, I'm not going to spend too much time on that because there's one last thing I want to do, which is showing you guys. We made these like little bags for the trick-or-treaters here. We live in an HOA, and there's very strict trick-or-treating hours that are from 6 to 8. And we do hand out a lot of candy, but because it's so short, we actually don't see that many like people come by. So last year we handed out Pokemon cards and candy, and I like gave the kids an option, like, do you want Pokemon cards or candy? And almost everybody chose the Pokemon cards. So those were a huge hit. I teach a college class at a high school. So I have like people from freshman to senior year of high school in my class. And so I kind of wanted to do a little bit something fun for them since I teach college most of the time, and people tend to be older. Like I have people, up to 60 years old in my class, and I don't normally get to teach younger individuals. So we made little candy like bags to give out to them. So I'm just going to show you kind of what we put in there, and hopefully I think that's how I'm going to end the video, but hopefully it's good sounds, good crinkly plastic sounds. I'm not sure if I was thinking about doing a candy like tasting thing, but I might not. I don't know. I'm not really a big eating sounds person. So this is the bag. I got these. It's 12 for $1 at Target. Yes, I have a problem with Target. I looked at Dollar Tree. We did actually get Dollar Tree ones first, but they just like ripped down the side. And that wasn't going to do it for me. So we went and got Target ones, and they were about the same price and a lot sturdier. So I recommend that. I like plastic sounds. And they come with these like little twist ties to tie them shut. Okay, so in each bag we put one of these Pokemon Trick or Treat card packs. We got these at Costco. I want to say they were 100, 150. I don't know. There were a lot of packs, but they're all these Trick or Treat ones. My husband does kind of collect cards, and he said that this pack was not good for collectors because he opened like 20 different packs last year, and they were all kind of the same cards and not really rare. I don't know if that's what you're looking for, right? Rare. So he would not recommend this for collectors, but for like kids and as a novelty item, they're good. So it says, what Pokeween, that's funny, I didn't read this before. What Pokeween surprises hide inside? Halloween night is filled with frightful delight as ghostly Pokemon and their friends join the fun. Gengar, Mimikyu, Umbreon, Darkrai, and a horde of other shadowy Pokemon bring tricks and treats for the spookiest celebration of the year. And Pikachu's tagging along too, along with Sprigatito? Sprigatito? Fuecoco? I don't know, I'm going into Spanish mode now. And Quaxley. Let's see if there's any other pertinent information on here. It says ages 6+, and 3 additional game cards, and they are called Trick or Treat. I don't know if that's going to focus on that yet. There you go. Sorry, I'm blocking. Okay. So that goes in. Next, there is, I got like a variety pack, yes, at Target, I know, of these like little pencil erasers. They have a hole on top. I have different colors. I think they were pink, green, and black. So everyone gets a little eraser. And then Everybody gets one of these bubbles too. I guess I don't really want to break that, so I don't know. Okay, I probably shouldn't shake it, and it's not making any good sound. So anyway, little bubble guy. And this one has a pumpkin on the top. Sorry, I know it wants to focus on my face because I'm beautiful. Aw, I'm just kidding. So I think these were just black and orange, and all of these were like 24 for like $2. 24 items for $2, and I have 21 students, so that was perfect. Everybody also got one of, oh my gosh, I'm showing the wrong side. One of these like little writing pads, sorry. One of these writing pads. So, I don't know. Let's see. Okay, it's really small, so it's quite hard to do that. Okay, so that goes in. And then I think that was all the little goodies. I wanted to get them like kind of more little fun toys, but my husband said they're gonna like annoy all the other teachers because I have them first class of the day on Tuesdays and Thursdays, and my husband was like, no, they're gonna go annoy all the other teachers if you give them like toys. So I didn't do that. And then in each one they get a gummy bear. And we have two brands of these from different bags. So we have the Haribo ones, but we also have, I think they're called Black Forest, I think, in a different bag. That goes in. Then they get a sour thing. So in the sour pack that we got, there are Sour Patch Kids Watermelon, and then Warheads Colossal Sours, and then just like also regular Warheads. So if we would give them the Sour Patch, that's the only one that would go in there. But if we would give them like a Warhead, they would also get this one. So I should be clear, we are making the ones with the bubbles and the erasers and everything are for my students, but we're also making treat bags for the regular trick-or-treaters that would get Pokemon cards and candy. And we make them kind of the same way of like a sour, gummy bears, and then like a chocolate. I've never tried one of these colossal sours, but I can feel like my mouth watering already. It always does that with sour candy. I love Sour Patch Kids. I love it. Okay, so for this one, I'm just gonna put in the Sour Patch Watermelon, and then they get a chocolate. So for chocolate options, I feel like I'm missing something, but I have Snickers, a Kit Kat, and then also Reese's. I feel like, trying to remember what we bought. We buy, for like the last 2 months, we've just been buying one bag of candy every time we go to the store, so I don't have to spend $200 in 1 month on candy. Ooh, this one is aerated. It's not chocolate, but we do also have Twizzlers. I think we have some like blow pops, so we'll kind of mix it up in what's going in the bags. Between these three chocolates, I would say that Snickers is probably my favorite of these three. I like Reese's, but I like the minis actually because the big ones are like too much peanut butter for me. Um, Overall, my favorite chocolate candy is probably just the regular Hershey's with some sort of almond, or some sort of nut in it. Like I guess the regular Hershey's with almond is my favorite. I like nuts in my chocolate. I do like coconut, like almond joys. But pretty much any chocolate is game for me. And then sour wise, I do kind of tend towards Sour Patch Kids. Not necessarily the watermelon though, but I like extreme sour, like Sour Patch. So, you know what? Let me know in the comments what your favorite candy is. I feel like that's an interesting question to ask people. Like, what is your absolute favorite candy? If you can have any candy in the world, what is it gonna be? I think it used to be a Baby Ruth for me. I was confused for a second because I was like, is it Babe Ruth? But I was like, no, that's a person. So for this bag, let's just do Kit Kat. Alright, and then let twist tie. You probably cannot see that. And then you got a little giveaway to give to trick-or-treaters or to your high school students if you're me, if you're the teacher. So I just want to thank you guys so much for watching. I appreciate you tuning in. I appreciate the kind comments that you leave. Leave me with a little bit of fabric sounds. There's my Aldi dog back there. He's also Halloweened out. This was a longer video, sorry. Or if you like that, that's cool. And I will try to keep uploading every 2 weeks the best that I can. I will be in the middle of nowhere for Thanksgiving, so I won't have service then, but maybe I'll try to pre-upload something for that. Okay, this has been Velicor ASMR. Velicor ASMR. And I hope you have a wonderful Halloween. Being safe.